Jello once again. Today, I'm giving you my thoughts on Transformers Generations Sandstorm. I'm starting off this review with Sandstorm in his VTOL mode. It's definitely an interesting looking vehicle, well put together and well proportioned. Everything tabs in nicely and holds together very well indeed. It has deployable landing gear, though the wheels don't actually turn. This mode is especially successful in that it's not overtly obvious that there's a second alt mode here. Yes, you can spot some parts that look suspiciously like robot parts, but even those aren't as pronounced as some other contemporary figures. I'll reserve scoring this category until I finish looking at Sandstorm's other alt mode. Changing from one alt mode to the other is complex, but not frustratingly so. It's a bit intuitive, and at the same time fun to finally figure out how parts fit together. As I'm not quite finished with the transformation category yet, I'll give my score later. Sandstorm's second alt mode is a dune buggy. It's decidedly odd, with the huge rear wheels and speed buggy-esque front bumper. Like before, there's really no hint of a secondary alt mode, and again, the whole thing tabs together spectacularly. He has successful wheel rolling, too. Some robot parts might be visible on the underside, but really there's not much to complain about. I'm giving Sandstorm's combined alt modes a score of 9.5. The conversion into robot mode is slightly less complex than switching between alt modes, but still very enjoyable. It all comes together as you would expect, for the most part, and transformation as a whole gets a score of 9. Sandstorm's robot mode is fantastic. Head sculpt is really very well done with some great light piping for the eyes. He does seem a little bulky at the top while being less bulky in the legs, but it works just fine and proportions are not thrown off by it. Even his back kibble enhances the look of the robot mode. Not everyone likes the official transformation with the orange piece sticking up like it does, but it doesn't bother me in the least. All in all, this is one outstanding robot mode, and he's getting a score of 9.5. Sandstorm's posability is quite good indeed. For a figure lacking in ball joints, he certainly has a wide range of motion. It isn't perfect, as back kibble does get in the way of arm movement, but it's still quite good, and I'm giving articulation a score of 8. Sandstorm's main gimmick is that he's a triple changer. It's classic, it's uncommon, and in Sandstorm's case, it's executed very well indeed. His other gimmick is his weapon, a missile launcher. It attaches to both his dune buggy and his VTOL alt modes, though I prefer to stick it on top of his VTOL mode, as the official way to attach it is rather clunky looking. It also fits into either of Sandstorm's hands in robot mode. The launcher itself employs a pressure firing mechanic which, while not quite having the oomph of a spring-loaded firing system, does make it difficult to accidentally launch and possibly lose the missile. Gimmicks work, and quite well indeed, and I'm giving them a score of 9. Overall, Sandstorm scores a 9. Alt modes are both very successful, and transformation as a whole is terrific. Robot mode is solid and fantastic looking. Articulation is where this figure stumbles a bit, but his gimmick more than makes up for it. A must-have. Sandstorm truly is a model of excellent engineering. The way everything tabs together is just top notch, and the toy's overall design is something I wasn't expecting. True, this is a heavy retool of Generation Springer, and maybe I wouldn't have been as impressed with Sandstorm if I didn't already have Springer to compare and see just how different this retooled figure really is. But Sandstorm is monumentally marvelous on just about every level. But don't take my word for it. Go out and get one so you can see for yourself. You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go on.